And we should be live. Good morning. Hello, Logan. Hello, Autumn. Hello, Bernadette. And we should be. And I just blasted my own eardrums because I didn't mute it. Just making sure I post this to Patreon, and then I will also share it to Twitter and Facebook. And I tried going individually to the other social media sites, but it wasn't letting me. Okay. There it goes to Patreon. How's everybody doing this morning? Aww. Ending a friendship sucks. But you know, usually when you have to end a friendship, it's like, because it's inevitable anyway. Or they're just so toxic that they're destroying your life. So, yeah. Still don't have my outside Christmas lights up. My husband does the outside Christmas lights every year, and he's like, he was on it this year. On it. So I'm very thankful. You are? Oh, that's so... Oh, yeah, you did tell me that. Thank you, Bernadette. That's so cool. Hey, Cats. Did you get it because I sent a message to Patreon? That's one of the reasons why I did it, because I thought that might be the only way that some people might see it. So I'm going to make sure I share this on Facebook and Twitter. And I think I have to sign into Twitter. Well, no, I was signed in anyway, so it's cool. It's cool. All right. And Facebook is always... My computer is being especially annoying this morning, so that's fantastic. If you guys don't know, my computer is junk, so the day I get to replace it, I will be office spacing it in the woods with a bat because I can't stand it. Schmeister, hello. Did you also get the notification from Patreon? Jerry Rholetter, hello. Yeah, all three of you. I'm thinking that's because of Patreon and not because of the YouTube notifications, because they suck. I almost wasn't going to live stream, but I think this was the only morning that I think I could just live stream without not knowing if I had to do something that day. So, Evan the Nerd, hello. Hello. Man, it feels like it's been forever since I've been on here, which I think it has been, unless I did this last week. I love you too, Bernadette. You're very kind. I have a couple things set aside for you guys. I think it's time travel and the movie quotes we were going to do before that was closer to Halloween, but we ran out of time or something was wrong with my computer. Or was that the that was when I did the thing and then YouTube like turned itself off and it freaked me out and then we never went back to it. So let me see here. Oh, cool. Yay. I'm trying to think of which one should we do first. I already asked you guys how your Thanksgiving was. I remember last time, so obviously I didn't do it that long ago. To be honest, my every day seems to be melding together. So I know today's Tuesday, and it's the 4th. That's all I've got for you. Oh my goodness. Is anyone on here going to say that they're already done Christmas shopping? Because no. Normally I would say I'm almost done, but I'm not even close. Talk to Chuck, UFO nut, about doing a story. You did, Bernadette? I'm so excited. I was telling my husband about that. I think last night. Again, blanking on the days and time. That's so exciting. Immunity, hey, you are? Man, you're on the ball. See, I had all my decorations up and ready, and then I had to throw a party for something for my family on Saturday, which was a pretty big deal. So now I think I can free my mind up for Christmas shopping. But yeah. Do my Christmas shopping on Amazon. Can't be bothered leaving my house to fend off people. Yeah. There's some things though I want to see in person and like get my fingers on to see the quality. It depends on what it is. Ooh. Sorry, I was reading a message that was on my phone. Hey, Nightmare Files. Hello, hello. Make sure I turn my ringer off so I don't interrupt anything. I was telling these guys that I have set aside true stories of time travel and other dimensions because we were going to read those before and we didn't. And top 100 movie quotes, supposedly, not my top 100, but they're horror movie quotes. And you're supposed to guess what they're from, which I've read a couple and I'm like, I don't know if anybody's going to get them. So we'll see. We'll see if we get to that. Plus we'll throw in some comedy and we'll trail off. Squirrel. I'm not even close to squirreling out. I was thinking about making my own merch too, and like not from Teespring but from home. I don't know. It's a squirrel. It's ironic because it has to do with squirrels, and I'm squirreling off into that. So yeah, I'll get them. All right, what should we start with? The movie quotes or the time travel stories? Because there's 100 of them. We'll see what we get first. Take a sip of coffee first. If it's still hot, I hope it is. It's bordering on hot and very, very, very warm. Okay. Movie quotes ahoy. I'm out of commission of new content for the time being due to my computer dying seemingly permanently last month, so boo. Yeah, sometimes this computer is just like... I got up and came in here to record for Patreon, but I couldn't pick a story. The one story I have set aside is like 10 pages. I didn't have enough time to do it before the live stream this morning, so I have a couple things picked out. But I really wanted to do Christmas-themed stories. But most of them that I find for Patreon are all classic literature, and some of it's like, okay. But everybody seemed to like the Willows, so maybe people would like those. I don't know. I'll have to feel it out. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Hopefully Santa brings you a new one. There's a lot of sales on them. I saw like a brand new Dell, like a PC, not a laptop, a PC for like 137 with everything in, like it's got Office 365 included in it with the tower with the everything. So that's on Amazon. Yeah. Wow, that's rough. Yeah, I'm thankful. Like this computer is a piece of crap, but I'm thankful that it works for now. Knock on wood. Knocking on the desk and my head. Haha. Okay. Let's get into the movie quotes since that seems to be the consensus. And it starts at 100 and goes backwards. So it says it's got 15 pages, which there's giant gaps in between the ones. So, okay. Now, supposedly these are the top 100 movie quotes. So we're going to go from 100 backwards. I don't even know if we'll get through them. If they suck, then we obviously won't keep going. So let's see who gets the first one. Okay. Not going to say what movie it's from. Obviously, you guys are going to try and guess it. They don't fall down when they're shot. Hell, neither do I. Anybody? I'm going to see. Yes, please check out Immunity Zero's channel and Nightmare Files channels. Let's see if anybody gets that quote. I'll wait, I'll count to... There's a no idea and no other answers. I'm trying to gauge how long I should wait in between the quote and the answer because it could be forever. It's from 30 Days of Night. The next one, that cold ain't the weather. That's death approaching. This might be like Boogie Nights, Walking Dead. Boogie Nights. You know, that probably would be something because wasn't it about like the 70s and cocaine and all that? think people thought they were invincible. That one was also from 30 Days a Night. Okay, this is a different movie, and it's an older one, so maybe I should skip it, but I don't know. This is like one I've never seen, so we'll see if anybody out there can get this one. Love means never having to say you're ugly. Anybody? I don't think anybody's going to get this one. I'm going to wait like 20 seconds. Do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Love means never having to say you're ugly. That is from the Abominable Dr. Phibes, 1971. I don't know why anybody would go back to 1971 for that. Okay, this one, people might get this one. Number 97. Get away from her, you bitch. I think somebody's going to get this one. The Fly or Dracula? My mom. Yeah. Dr. Five. No, it was Dr. Five. Alien. Boom. You guys got that one. I'm just going to skip around to movies that I think everybody got that one. I'm just going to go to ones where I think you're going to get it. Yeah. If I've never heard of the movie, I'm not going to do the quote. How about that? They're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. I think everybody's going to get this one too. Bernadette, every movie I've seen. Carrie, you guys got that one. Yeah, I'm just going to skip to movies where I think you're going to get it. Don't fuck with the Chuck. See if anybody gets that one. Don't fuck with the Chuck. Don't fuck with the Chuck. Nothing? 1, 2, 3. Are you guys Googling this? You're probably Googling it. It is Child's Play. Yeah. I forgot you guys can Google it. Anything that's before the 80s, I'm gonna skip it because there seems to be a lot. That's My Mother You're Pissing On. I don't think anybody's gonna get this one either, but it's from 1992. Which people are probably Googling it now. Maybe I should skip anything that's before the 2000s. That's in Spanish, the title. My Drunk Uncle. Oh my God. Realm? Nope. It was from a movie called Dead Alive. So I don't know. All right. No, those are too long and I've never even heard of the movie. It's crazy that. Okay. I'm going to see if anybody gets this one. We just cut up our girlfriend with a chainsaw. Does that sound fine? I think people might get this one. Maybe. You want to work out your brain? Yeah. You should have been inside my brain this morning when I discovered something that I didn't know I could do. It was amazing. That sounded really disgusting the way I said it, but it was actually like a crafting skill that I figured out I could do this morning. Anyway, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Yes, Evil Dead 2. Man. Wow. And nobody Googled that? Come on. All right. The next one I think people might get. What an excellent day for an exorcism. What an excellent day for an exorcism. Hey, TT. What an excellent day for an exorcism. Yep. Well, no, not. Yeah, The Exorcist. So we were close, Evan. I was like, yep. I mean, I knew what you meant there. All right, let me skip around here. I don't know if anybody's going to get this. I've never seen this movie. Geez, there's like movies I didn't know about. Okay. All right. Whoa. Monster cock. I want to see if anybody gets that because I wouldn't even get these. Whoa. Monster cock. That's the next quote. In case you just tuned in and heard me say that, we're doing 100 movie quotes and we're skipping the ones that are from before the 80s. My last day. Ba-dum-pum. Good one. Anybody? It is from Feast from 2005. I've never seen that movie, so if you've seen it, congratulations. Okay, let's see if anybody gets this one because I haven't seen this movie, but I want to. Why aren't you eating me? 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 Nobody? No guesses? Godzilla. Nobody else? It's from the movie. No, but I like that movie too. It's from Fido, where I think someone has like they have pet zombies. Ooh. I think some of you are going to get this based on your answers from earlier. The next one is be afraid. Be very afraid. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Bernadette. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Be very afraid. I'm trying to remember the exact way they're set. Yep, The Fly. Yep, it's from The Fly. I figured a lot of people will get that. I'm just going to skip to ones where I think you'll get it, even though this is an older one. It's alive. It's alive. If I say it full strength, then I'll blast your eardrums out. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. Lightning bolts. Nothing. No guesses? Yep, Frankenstein. And it's from 1931, but I figured you guys would get that. Fiber. 1931. Ooh. Okay, so some of you might get this. Next one. I should warn you, princess. The first time tends to get a little messy. I should warn you, princess. The first time tends to get a little messy. I should warn you, princess. The first time tends to get a little messy. And remember, we're talking about horror movies here. Get your minds out of the gutter. For anyone who's tuning in, we are doing famous movie quotes. Ha! Nope. That's a good guess, though. Ha! If you guys haven't seen that movie, I highly recommend it, but any guys that are watching it, it's going to be hard for you to get through the whole movie, I guarantee it. But I'm going to say it one more time. I should warn you, princess. The first time tends to get a little messy. It is, I'm just going to tell you what it is. It's from Freddy versus Jason 2003. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Some of these I have to skip because they're just like, some of them have like a paragraph. Okay, this is a good one. I think you guys will get this one. Do they look like psychos? Is that what they look like? They were vampires. Psychos do not explode when the sunlight hits them. I don't give a fuck how crazy they are. Ah. If you guys need me to repeat it, I will. Let me see here. Do they look like psychos? Is that what they look like? They were vampires. Psychos do not explode when sunlight hits them. I don't give a fuck how crazy they are. Nope. But you're teetling into the right category. Yep, Dusk Till Dawn. I knew somebody was going to get that one. That movie, when it came out, like if I watch it now, it doesn't scare me. When I first saw it, it scared the shit out of me because it was unexpected and it was so gory. Like, yep, it's from Dusk Till Dawn. All right, moving on to, all right, next one. We've been going about this all wrong. This Mr. Stay Puft's okay. He's a sailor. He's in New York. We get this guy laid. We won't have any trouble. I know somebody's going to get this one. Oh, yeah, he sure did. Yep, Ghostbusters. That's one movie I could watch all year. I love Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 1 and 2, but it was from the first one. I love that movie. There's more quotes from it, too. We came, we saw, we kicked its ass. That's the bedroom, but nothing ever happened in there. What a crime. My husband likes to say that, that line. All right, next movie quote. And it's not from Ghostbusters. Okay. I get this ache, and I thought it was for sex, but it's to tear everything to fucking pieces. I don't know if anybody's going to get that one. I don't think everybody's seen it, but it's a good movie. Hey, Phantom. If anybody else, Paul, Kate, you just popped in too, didn't you? Anybody else pop in that I didn't say hi to? Okay, let me say it one more time. I get this ache, and I thought it was for sex, but it's to tear everything to fucking pieces. Let me see if everybody gets it. Basic Instinct. Okay, I'm going to give you guys one more second. Dubco, hello. It's from Ginger Snaps. Okay, the next one. I'm curious to see if anybody gets this next one. Okay, the next one is goddamn foreign TV. I told you we should have got a Zenith. I don't know if anybody's going to get that one. It's one of my favorite movies, and it was the first movie that I saw almost 100 times. Nope. It could be in both of the movies, but it's not what it's from. Which is kind of crazy. It's actually from Gremlins. This next one I've never seen, so I'm just gonna throw it out there and see if anybody gets it. Yeah? Well, your nipples are dumb. I will be shocked if anybody gets that answer. Yeah? Well, your nipples are dumb. If you're just tuning in, we're doing top movie quotes. There were 100, but some of them are from the mid-70s where no one has even seen the movie because I've never heard of the title. No, that's your answer? Nice. The quote is, yeah, well, your nipples are dumb. If you understood that through my tongue roll that I got caught there. No guesses? It's from Hatchet. Hatchet 2006. Okay, now I have to go back down because my computer took me up to the top for some reason. Awesome. My computer's doing whatever it wants to. Shocker. Okay, let's go down here to... All right. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see if anybody gets this one. It's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to one good scare. What? How dare you, Autumn? How dare you? Definitely Basic Instinct. All of your answers are going to be that. Oh my goodness. It's Halloween. Everyone's entitled to one good scare. Scream. Nope. It's Halloween. Yep. Yeah. All right. Let's see if anybody gets this one. This is from an older movie, so I'm going to see if anybody gets it, but I won't make you. This is from The Haunting in 1963. The dead are not quiet in Hill House, and I think everybody would have just guessed The Haunting of Hill House. So, oh, here's a good one. Let's see if anybody gets this one. No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering. Ooh, that's a hard one. Dun dun dun. No tears, please. It's a waste of good suffering. And I'm waiting for answers in the chat. If you're just tuning in, we are doing... Yep, Hellraiser. Yes. If you're just tuning in, we're doing movie quotes. Top 100, but skipping through the older ones that no one knows about. This is my late night radio voice. You're just tuning in to Duchess Dark. Saw. No. Okay. All right, let's see if anybody gets this. If I wanted to listen to an asshole, I'd fart. I can't wait to see if anybody gets this one. If I wanted to listen to an asshole, I'd fart. Judas Priest. Oh my gosh. If I wanted to listen to an asshole, I'd fart. If I wanted to listen to an asshole, I'd fart. I don't think I could talk hours on end like that. I'd just end up laughing at myself so hard I would never be able to. Yeah, mine too. If I wanted to listen to an asshole, I'd fart. One more chance, Human Centipede. Oh my God. It's from House of a Thousand Corpses. All right, here we go. Next one. Oh, you got a letter? I got ran over. Helen gets her hair chopped off, and Julie gets a body in her trunk, and you get a letter? That's balanced. Let's see. Human Centipede. Let's see if anybody gets that one. Oh, you got a letter? I got ran over. Helen gets her hair chopped off, and Julie gets a body in her trunk, and you got a letter. That's balanced. Nothing? It's from I Know What You Did Last Summer. Ooh, I want to know if anybody gets this one. Drink from me and live forever. Drink from me and live forever. Twilight. Drink from me and live forever. I feel like I should have game show music on in the background. Drink from me and live forever. Drink from me and live forever. Yes, it is. Dracula Untold. I really liked that movie too. Queen of the Dead. No, it's Interview with a Vampire. Okay. We're at, that was number 48, so we like skipped a lot because some of them were things I didn't think anybody was going to get, and I didn't want anybody to get too bored. So, ooh, here's one. I think most people are going to get this one, maybe. You're going to need a bigger boat. Let me see how long it takes you to do that one. You're going to need a bigger boat. You're going to need a bigger boat. Yep. I figured everybody would get that one. Was that too easy? Oh, here we go. I think most people will get this one too. One thing about living in Santa Carla, I never could stomach. All the damn vampires. One thing about living in Santa Carla I could never stomach. All the damn vampires. Let me see if anybody gets that one. I think a lot of people will get that one. Lost Boys. I loved that movie. I was like, I spent a summer just being in love with that movie. I was like really young, but I loved that movie. Ooh, here's a good one. This is like hardcore horror fans that are like dipping in. I think I'm your number one fan. 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 Hopefully you guys can't hear me swallowing my coffee. Misery, yes. That movie scared the shit out of me when I saw it. I was like, ew. Let me see here. Ooh, that one's kind of older, but I'm gonna skip it just because I don't want to waste your time. Oh, here's one. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. See if anybody gets that one. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy. I don't know if I'm saying it loud enough or like with enough emphasis. Yep. Nightmare on Elm Street. And so are the next several ones, so I'm just going to skip those. Ooh. Sometimes dead is better. Sometimes dead is better. Yeah, Elm Street. No. Sometimes dead is better. This is not from Elm Street, obviously. Yeah. Man, Evan, you're on it. Are you Googling the answers? Okay, this one, I don't know if anybody's going to get it, so I'm going to read it anyway. Here we go. Don't shoot yourself. Don't shoot each other. And especially, don't shoot me. Don't shoot yourself. Don't shoot each other. And especially, don't shoot me. My everyday life. I like reading the comments of that. The thing. Nope. Don't shoot yourself. Don't shoot each other. And especially, don't shoot me. One more gun commercial. It's one of those videos you watch when you get a new job. You have to sit in a room and watch videos. It's from Planet Terror 2007. I don't know what that's from. Ooh. Let's see if anybody gets this one, which I think you will. A boy's best friend is his mother. A boy's best friend is his mother. Gunfight at the OK Corral. A boy's best friend is his mother. Yep, Psycho. Kind of figured the mother part would give it away because there was a couple different quotes from that one. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. This is kind of a hard one, so let's see if anybody gets this one. I know you're there, Tina, because I can smell your brains. I know you're there, Tina, because I can smell your brains. I know you're there, Tina, because I can smell your brains. I know you're there, Tina, because I can smell your brains. I know you're there, Tina, because I can smell your brains. And this could be a man or a woman saying this quote. I have no idea. Yep, Night of the Living Dead. Wow, you guys are good. I never would have got that. I never would have got anything. Okay, let me see here. That one's too obvious. Haha. What do you want? I want to see what your insides look like. What do you want? To see what your insides look like. I think everybody's going to get this one right away. I thought Romero zombies don't talk. I don't know. Yep. Scream. Let me see here. Let me go down to something else here. There's a lot of them, so I'm going to skip that. Oh. It's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it? It's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it? Let me see if anybody gets that one. It's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it? I think this one's too easy. Nope. It's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it? Why am I assuming that Schmeister's going to get this before anybody else? It's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it? It's not the quote I would have picked for this movie. And I quote this movie a lot. A lot, a lot. It's from Shaun of the Dead. You know, when it's like the end of the day and they're in the Winchester and she's like realizing she's going to become a zombie with the little prejudice and zombies. No. Okay. Let me see if anybody gets this one. Darling, light of my life, I'm not going to hurt ya. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said I'm not going to hurt ya. I'm just going to bash your brains in. Let me see if anybody gets that one. I'm going to say it one more time, see if anybody gets it. Darling, light of my life, I'm not going to hurt ya. You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said I'm not going to hurt ya. I'm just going to bash your brains in. Let me see if anybody gets this. Yep, The Shining. Yep. That was always like the part of like, run! Like I'm in the movie thinking, run! Ew. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. Okay, let me see here. We're down to number like in the single digits now. And I can't, some of these are gross, so I can't even say them like out loud. All right, let's see if anybody gets this one. If you didn't kill him, then who did, sir? Who can say? Best thing for him, really. His therapy wasn't going anywhere. Let me see if anybody gets this one. Yeah, that's like the violins, I think, go in the movie. Like, run, bitch, run. It's so scary. I'm going to read this quote over again. If you didn't kill him, then who did, sir? That should give you a clue right there. Who can say? Best thing for him, really. His therapy was going nowhere. Can't wait to see. I know somebody's going to get that one. It's a pretty good movie. If you haven't seen it, when people guess it, I highly recommend seeing it. Yep, it's Hannibal in Silence of the Lambs. Yep. There's only a couple left. I'm gonna go just grab whatever ones I think you guys will know. Ooh. No. Let me see here. God, they took one movie and just did all kinds of quotes from it. That one's funny. There's only two more. I think I'm gonna. Oh no. Okay, let me do this. Let's see. I know you gentlemen have been through a lot, but when you find the time, I'd rather not. I'd rather not spend the rest of this winter tied to this fucking couch. I think Evan the Nerd's probably gonna get this one first. Slurping noises, or the tongue thing that he does. Probably sound like really gross in your ears. The thing, yep, I knew you guys were gonna get that one right away. Okay, hey, check this out. I found the ass end. That's the next quote. It's actually the last quote. Hey, check this out. I found the ass end. I can't wait to see if anybody gets this one. Hey, check this out. I found the ass end. Let's see who gets it. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Mm-hmm. Ding, 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 ding. Geez, Evan, if I had prizes to give out, you'd win. Awesome sauce. And that was a little game we played. Let's see. There's another one. Let's see. It's like a bonus one. Let's see if anybody can get this one. You really scared me. If that's what you wanted. Is that what you wanted? No. What do you want? Your blood all over me. Ooh. See if anybody gets this one. There's one more, but it's... Ooh, no. You really scared me, if that's what you wanted. Is that what you wanted? No. What do you want? Your blood all over me. Holocaust. Cannibal Holocaust. It's not from Mommy Dearest. Oh, I said no metal hangers. The Hunger? Mm-mm. It's an older movie. I'll say it one more time and then I'll just give you the answer. You really scared me if that's what you wanted. Is that what you wanted? No. What do you want? Your blood all over me. I'll give you one more shot at that. See if anybody gets it. It is from When a Stranger Calls, 1979. There's another movie I saw like forever ago. I was a little kid. I stumbled on it. It was like one of those movies that was on during the weekend, and it had Clint Eastwood in it, and I think he played a DJ, and it was called Play Misty for Me. If anybody's seen that movie, holy crap, that one was a lot scarier than I would have. But the movie was called When a Stranger Calls, so that's what that is. We are going to be stumbling into true stories of time travel and other dimensions. Okay. Well, we'll be the judges of that. Okay. Are you guys ready to dive into the stories? I'm going to say you probably are. Oh yeah. He could have done I think he's done everything. You saw Play Misty for Me at the movie theater? Okay. Here we go. Let's see. This one is about a baby monitor time warp, so as usual, the long, hard work day was coming to an end, and I was dutifully putting the last load of laundered clothes away in our bedroom when I heard a ruckus on the baby monitor just a few feet away from me. I thought it was strange when I knew my husband and toddler were both in the living room quietly sleeping. Or no, quietly watching TV as my 2-year-old drifted silently off to sleep, curled in my husband's lap as he caught the evening news. The bedroom door was straight in front of me, and I could see all the way down the hall to my husband and son in the lazy boy chair as this ruckus over the monitor continued. It didn't take long for me to realize the sounds were very familiar. Earlier in the day, I was in my toddler's bedroom putting a load of folded clothes into the drawers and picked up toys and books that weren't being played with at the time. As I was doing so, I was telling my son about the story of Jack and the Beanstalk for the first time. Here I stood in disbelief as I heard the drawers being pulled open and shut and rustling of the toys and books being put in their proper places. But I nearly fainted when I heard my son's voice over the monitor. I kept looking back and forth at my husband and now sleeping son in the chair in the living room and the monitor sitting on my dresser that was literally replaying the specific events from earlier in the day. The monitor was a standard baby monitor bought from Walmart and isn't a recorder, but instead monitors the sound coming from the room as they are happening at the present time only. Then I listened as my voice retold the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, and listened with the familiarity as my son responded in baby talk to the tale he had never heard before. The incredible part was all this happened 5 hours earlier on the same day. I called my husband into the room as he listened to the last part of the story with my voice coming through the monitor and our son's coos and chuckles. He stood stunned and turned his head and looked at our sleeping son flopped peacefully over his shoulder. In disbelief, he asked, "How in the hell?" As his voice drifted off, trying not to miss a thing, I just stared at him in the same disbelief and we just shook our heads. This never happened before or since. It became pretty clear from the beginning that we were listening to some sort of time warp. I never imagined in a million years that I would witness it, and must admit if it should happen to you, it is indeed one of the most incredible moments someone can ever experience. That one's not scary, but it's crazy. That's crazy. You gotta throw the baby monitor away. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's crazy. Okay. This is a dimension shift in Tacoma. Um, so I was walking in downtown Tacoma, Washington, one evening around 9 o'clock. I was on my way to meet a friend at a certain intersection. The year was 1976. I was enlisted in the Army and stationed at Fort Lewis. I remember it was the month of April. As I was walking, I started wondering what time it was, so I looked around for the nearest store where I could find out the time. I looked across the street, and there was a walk-in movie theater. I figured it was as good a place as any to find out the time, so the weirdest thing happened. I started to walk across the street, and the next thing I knew, my vision was clearing up, and I was standing in front of the ticket counter inside the theater lobby. I had a ferocious headache. My legs felt unsteady. I recovered a little, but the headache was something else. I bowed and started rubbing my forehead. After a minute or so, I heard a gasp. I looked up, and there was a pretty girl on the other side of the counter with a surprised look on her face. She asked me how I got in. With a throbbing pain in my head, I looked at her and I didn't know how to answer her. I was confused. I started to walk toward the counter and she backed away. Now she had a scared look on her face. She asked me again how I got in. I looked up at the wall behind her. There was a clock hanging there, and I started to mutter, "What time is it?" Then she told me I better believe or she's going to call the police. I felt so weird it was hard to explain. I felt like I had broken through a territory I didn't recognize. I stood there for a few minutes. That's when the girl went in the back room. I could hear her talking to someone. I turned around and started to walk toward the entrance. That's when this big guy came out of the back room, walked around the counter, and before I could say anything, grabbed me by my arm, pulled me toward the entryway, unlocked the door, and shoved me outside. He told me to get out of there and went back inside. I still couldn't figure out what was going on. I stood there looking around, rubbing my head. Then it dawned on me. The time on the clock read past midnight. I looked back at the theater. It had the closed sign on the front door. The girl and the guy were still there looking at me. The big guy opened the door again and warned me that if I didn't leave that instant, he was going to kick me in the butt. So I started to walk away, still confused. And as I was walking, I heard the guy say, "I don't know how you got inside with the door being locked, but you better not come back." The headache eventually went away, and I never did meet my friend. That's crazy. So literally, he walked toward it and then timed warp and went through a door. Holy crap. Bernadette, I bet I would understand that everything that you're saying in Hawaiian broken English. I would like to do a challenge of that. That's pretty cool. That's crazy. That story is not even. These aren't even. That's not scary. It's just crazy. So that everything doesn't have to be scary though. Okay, this one's called Future City. So, this began when Rick and I were going to a friend's house in late September. We were driving Rick's beat up old truck, and the drive went smoothly for the first 45 minutes. Suddenly, the truck's engine died, and Rick and I were stranded on a deserted highway in the middle of the night. We were surrounded on both sides of the road by cornfields that stretched into the distance. Rick began a desperate effort to restart the truck and fix the broken engine. He tried to fix the truck in vain, but nothing seemed to work. Rick finally gave up, and we decided to walk to the nearest town about 2 miles away to find a payphone to call our friend. We walked for what seemed like hours, and the town was nowhere in sight. However, just when desperation was about to grip us, we saw a light, a gloriously bright light, shining over the steep hill ahead of us. We ran up the steep hill that blocked us from the light and were flabbergasted by what we saw. Just over the hill, Rick and I saw what could only be described as a futuristic city with lights streaming out of every window of the massive metallic towers. In the middle of the futuristic city was a huge silver dome. I stared at the city, stunned, until Rick elbowed me, which pulled me out of my trance, and he pointed to the sky. Hovering above the city were hundreds of hovercraft. One flew toward us with amazing speed. Rick and I were so scared that we took off running back toward the broken truck. I never looked back, but I felt someone watching me the entire way. When we got back to the truck, it started without difficulty, and Rick and I drove as fast as we could in the opposite direction. We never went back or spoke of it again to this day. Really? I would have went back. I would have went back with a camera. And that's the last they heard of her. Oh my goodness. Lay off the acid? Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. What kind of drugs did they take before they ventured off in that truck? But I would definitely try to go back and find it again. I would tell everyone. Besides, don't you think they could have gave him a ride back? Anyway, hospital space, time confusion. So, this lady visited a hospital in its past state, apparently. So my husband and I live in the deep woods of East Texas, near a tiny place called Mount Sylvan. I had been having some medical tests done at a hospital nearby. I went for testing 3 days in a row, always with the same routine. Parked in the same small parking lot, walked through the double doors, leading to the first cardio testing area, turned right at the gift shop, and signed in at the desk. I always exchanged some casual conversation with the same young and very pleasant blonde receptionist. There was a small sitting area across from her desk with a door leading to the phlebotomy lab blood drawing right behind her cubicle. The door to the lab was always open, though, with the sight of the patient sitting in the exact type of chairs, even the same color, that I saw my late mother sit in for her chemo treatments that were just too gut-wrenching because she had died the year before. So I even heard a patient in the lab comment on the new chairs, and a nurse replied to the hospital's oncology department had donated them. I decided to sit across the hall anyway. Last Friday, my husband went back to the hospital with me to hear the test results. He had never been there before. Usual routine. We parked, walked in, turned right past the gift shop, and there was no check-in area. I stood and stared in total shock. No desk, no chairs, no blonde receptionist, and the door to the lab was on another wall. The other sitting area was just as before. I started to walk up and down the hall searching for my check-in area, but it was nowhere to be seen. A doctor walked by, noticed my confusion, and asked what I was looking for. When I told him that the place I had checked in for my tests was missing, he laughed and said it had been moved to the second floor 3 years earlier because they needed more space. What? Okay, so did she actually get any tests done, or? Wow. Hey, Roger. How's it going? My vlogs? Did I do any vlogs? Is that a joke? Oh my goodness. Did I do a vlog? Did I accidentally record myself and put it up somewhere? Seems like something I do. I'm always looking at my camera to make sure I didn't accidentally press something. Goodness. The sheep cake. Ah. I was thinking about doing a video where I try to teach my husband how to crochet. That would be hilarious. Or him teach me how to do some plumbing. Did I? Did I do an Urbex video, though? Yeah, I don't think I did one. I was going to. Sorry, magical snow bunny cat cake. Yeah. Oh my god. All right, let's go back to here. Let's see. He got there before he arrived. So, my mother, Eula White, was born in October of 1912. She grew up in rural Alabama and Florida in the 1920s. She told a lot of stories of the people and events of those days, most of them interesting but ordinary events. But one day she told me of a story of an unusual event that she had directly experienced as a young girl, along with about a dozen other women and children. I remember this event well, even after all these years, she said, precisely because it was so unusual. Now, in those days, she told me, rural Alabama was still kind of backward. Little electricity and horses and wagons, and the only transportation for many, farm folk. I remember it was a bright sunny day, and early that morning the other women and I had gathered on the front porch of the Hawkins farmhouse to shell quite a few bushels of peas and beans for preserving, and just to talk as we worked. The younger children were playing in the yard. Mr. Hawkins came out on the porch and told Mrs. Hawkins that he was going to town on business. Mr. Hawkins saddled his horse, and as he rode through the big gate directly in front of the porch, Mrs. Hawkins reminded him to bring home a sack of flour. He answered her with a grunt and rode off. About mid-afternoon, we were still on the porch shelling peas. We looked up and saw Mr. Hawkins approach the house. The road leading to the house came off the main road and was about 300 feet long, ran directly up to the porch, so we could see him come quite clearly. Thrown across the saddle in front of him was a large white cloth sack of flour, and cradled in his left arm was a brown bag of other groceries. We watched as he rode up the gate, stopped there waiting for someone to open it. One of the boys ran up to the gate and opened it. Then, in full view of all of us women and children, Mr. Hawkins vanished. He just disappeared instantly. We sat there for a second, just astonished, then terrified. We began screaming. After a few minutes, we calmed down, but were still shaking and confused. We just didn't know what to do. So after a while, we went on shelling peas. But all of us, the children too, huddled up there on that porch, afraid. Mrs. Hawkins made one of the boys close the gate. About a half hour later, we looked up and saw Mr. Hawkins riding toward the house with the same white sack of flour across the saddle in front of him, and the same brown bag of groceries in his left hand. Again, he rode up to the gate without a sound and stopped. None of us had the nerve to open the gate. We were all just too afraid to move. We just sat there staring at him, waiting to see what would happen next. Finally, to our relief, Mr. Hawkins spoke and said, "Well, is someone going to open the gate for me?" "Mr. Hawkins," Mother said, "got there before he arrived." Whoa, that's crazy. Pretty rare to hear a story that old. What happened now? My destiny. Dab for my destiny. Okay. It took a while. I had to fight about 50 men, then a night when I was victorious. Wow, you're already back? Wow. Or am I just that slow at reading stuff? Okay. The house that wasn't there. Susan wanted to buy a house, but it had disappeared. So I swear this is a true story. My husband was carting wheat in the summer of 1994. He was outside Molong in Australia and drove past a for sale sign on a farm gate along the agent's details. With the agent's details, okay. So our 12-year-old son was with him. On the return journey, they stopped, climbed through the fence, and walked up the circle-shaped drive to have a closer look at the old house. He said he could see through the window and found the old house abandoned. On his return home a few days later, he rang up the agent and asked for further details about the property, as we were interested in purchasing it. The agent had no idea what we were talking about and insisted that he had no properties for sale on that road. A week later, my husband and I drove to Molong to have a look at the farm ourselves. We drove up and down the entire road until we were almost to the next town. All that he could recognize was a water tank on the hill, a creek, and some trees where the house used to be. There was no gate, no driveway, no real estate sign, or house. Yikes. Dun dun dun. You're working on your sequel? Awesome. I'm excited. Instant replay. So let's see. It says Ryan saw the girl ride her bike down the hill and then experience repeated itself. Okay, so this happened when I was about 8. My friend and I were sitting on his yard while some kids rode their bikes down a downhill driveway. A car came down the road and stopped at a house. A kid got out, ran inside making noises that kids his age make. Then a girl rode her bike down the driveway. A couple of minutes later, after this happened, the same car went down the road, stopped at the house. Same kid got out of the car, ran inside screaming the exact same things he had been saying. Then the girl went down the hill on her bike again. I looked over to my friend and he said he had no idea what just happened. Wow. This one is called Lagoon Mystery. Jacob tried to locate the cliff and lagoon, but they were nowhere to be found. So, on a hiking trip when I was 16, I got separated from my group. I wandered around for hours looking for them and came to the edge of a cliff overlooking a small lagoon. I attempted to yell for help when the edge I was standing on gave way. As I started to fall, the thought of my death began flowing through my mind. Before I reached the halfway point of my fall, I saw a strange shadow approach me out of the corner of my eye. The form of a black-haired woman appeared from the shadow dressed in what appeared to be animal hides. Her eyes were what I noticed most, though. One a silvery blue, the other a glowing green. She grabbed a hold of me in her small but strong arms, and our fall began to seemingly slow. We landed softly, almost like a feather, next to the small lagoon. I asked her if she was an angel. She smiled and said no. All she told me was that this place belonged to her, then turned and walked into the shadows of the forest and disappeared. I shortly met up with my group and told them what had happened. They laughed at me and said no place like the lagoon was around there. We went home. I returned the next week and determined to find her. Retraced all my steps, but the lagoon and the cliff were gone. That's crazy. How many times do you think like laced drugs or like something was going on with their brain. I don't know. Disappearing boarding house. So, this is a story of my mother's experience that took place near her home in Jersey City in the mid 1930s. So, my great grandfather, Valentine, was living in a boarding house a few blocks from his daughter, my grandmother, Sarah. One day, Sarah got word that her father was not only about to be evicted, was about to be committed to a mental institution. When she got to the boarding house, my great grandfather was shaking and drooling. She looked at her dad and said, "Pop, do you want to come live with me?" Her dad said, "Do you have the room?" She replied, "We'll make room." So my great grandfather moved in with his daughter and her children. According to my mother, a few days after that incident, the boarding house and landlady disappeared. There had been no explosion. It was not torn down. It wasn't moved. It simply vanished as if it had never existed. That is crazy. High as kites. My God. All right. This one is London time slip. Um, so I live in London and it was late October 1969. I was walking home late one Saturday night. I had to walk through an underpass, which was under the busy North Circular Road. It was cold and late, and I was surprised to see about 5 kids down there collecting pennies from the guy being as firework night, 5th of November, was soon. These kids should not have been out that late, seeing as the oldest girl was about 12 and the others were all younger. What shocked me were their clothes. Their attire made me think they had come right out of the 1920s or 1930s London. Their speech could have been taken straight from Charles Dickens novels. I heard one young boy say that other gent gave me a florin. At his age, there's no way he could have known what a florin was, an old English coin for then 2 shillings. This was the late 1960s, and kids certainly didn't use words like gent anymore, or geezer, or bloke. Geezer or bloke, perhaps. The girl approached me, saying, "Evening, sir. Penny for the guy, please." Her politeness shocked me, but I said I didn't have any money. She slid her arm through mine and ran her hand down my sleeve, saying, "Yes, you do, sir. You're a fine gent. You do have money." I assured her I hadn't, and I expected a rude mouthful, but she replied, "Okay, thank you, sir. You have a good evening, sir." I knew I had to give these kids something, so I pulled a silver sixpence from my pocket and called her. I threw the coin to her, and she gave me a thank you and a beaming smile. I walked off into the night. This experience bugged me bad. Who were those kids from the past? I asked local people if any kids were killed during World War II there, but nobody remembered. I don't know if I met ghosts, kids from the past. I guess I'll just never know. Whoa, dun dun dun. Hopefully this Saturday, Roger. I don't want to promise anything just because um, there's a community tab on my channel now, so you can get updates from me. Like I can literally just post a chat there. So make sure you check that out. But if everything goes smoothly, then I can make it happen. But I don't want to promise you guys an SKS and then not be able to deliver it because something happens. So that's my plan. It may or may not happen. I don't want to promise something that can't happen. Schmeister says the mayor here actually dresses like from the Renaissance. Really? Wow, that's crazy. Sounds like a lot of work. All right, so let's see. This story takes place in Austintown, Ohio, on Route 76 back in 1981. I was 20. Dad asked me if I want to look at a house that was for rent. The next morning, we went to his mom's house at 5 o'clock for some coffee. She asked what we were doing out so early. Dad told her we were meeting a realtor at 6. At 5:30, we left, getting to the house a couple minutes before 6. As we pulled in the drive, we noticed the yard had not been cared for. The house was a rectangular 2-story dwelling with front windows only for the second floor. As we got out of the van, it was quiet. It was a calm day except for the 2 kids laughing in the backyard. We figured it was from the neighbor's kids from across the street. As we approached the back of the house, there was a swing set with 2 swings. They were swinging in opposite directions with nobody on them. There was laughter of a boy and a girl. Another quick glance and the swings were still. Dad asked if I had seen that. I had. We proceeded back to the side of the house, passing the garage. It had 2 wooden doors with small glass panes. We looked in the window. The garage had a dirt floor and was empty. We walked to the side porch. The door was unlocked, so we went in. Dad turned on the switch, but no lights came on. I tried a few with no luck. The inside of the house was weird. There was a large room with doorways branching off, and the living room was like none I had never seen. It was about 10 by 40 with no windows except for the small one in the door. I went back into where Dad was. He was trying to open the basement door, which was locked. Dad asked if I was ready to go. Instead of leaving, he went into the living room and stared out the front door window for about 3 or 4 minutes. I was about to go upstairs when I got an eerie feeling, so I stayed in the main area. Dad then came out and asked if I was ready to go again. At that point, Dad made the remark that we hadn't tried that door. We had. It was the locked basement door. He turned the knob and the door opened. The hair on the back of my neck stood up. Now I was getting scared. Dad flipped the light switch and it came on. I was wondering why the other lights didn't come on earlier. Dad proceeded to go down the steps, but I was leery. I went down. The basement was small. There was an old wringer washer with a loaded revolver on the lid. It was like the silver and ivory handled cap guns that kids use today. I picked it up 4 inches off the lid, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a light cord moving. The lights went out and the door slammed shut, and it was so dark you couldn't see your hand in front of your face. I felt aimlessly for my dad. Holding his shirt, we went up the stairs. At the top, he stopped and let out a blood-curdling scream. It made my blood run cold. I pushed him and he pushed the door open. And all the lights were on and it was dark outside. After jumping in the van, Dad turned the headlights on. The garage doors were open. There was a lamb lying on the dirt floor with its throat slashed, jerking violently, blood running into the dirt. When we arrived back at my grandmother's house, it was 2:30 in the morning. She asked where we were all day. We had lost 21 hours and 5 minutes time in the basement. Later, we drove past the house and all the doors were shut and lights were out. When I would ask Dad about what we had seen, he would cuddle in the corner and shake like a kid crying. To this day, I don't know what he saw, and I don't want to know. Since he has passed away, I'll never know. I went back to it in 1987 to see if the house was still there. It was boarded up. There was a large FBI sign on the house stating that for your own safety, stay out. Whoa! I want to go find that. I want to go find that house. Who's in? Who's near Ohio? Where was that? Let me see. What town was this? So somewhere in Austintown, Ohio, on Route 76, there's where this house is, supposedly. So if anybody's near there, I want you to pop on by and let us all know if that's actually still there. Holy crap. Yikes. Probably Google it and find out. Dimensional shift on the Hutchinson. Let's see. This is page 11 of 12, so we're really close to being over here. This happened in 1986 in New York on the road between White Plains and the Throgs Neck Bridge. I was traveling the road one afternoon on my way home from the White Plains to Bayside, Queens. The journey required me to travel the Hutchinson River Parkway, pay 25-cent toll, and cross the Throgs Neck Bridge. Throgs Neck? Wow. The road before the entrance to the Hutchinson River Parkway was confusing. It was easy to miss the exit. I remember nervously looking at the 25 cents on the tray of my Volvo, wishing the toll would come sooner than it did so I could be on my way. That's when I missed the exit. I traveled about a half a mile beyond it, and then in a panic, decided to go back up on the highway and see if I could get to the exit after all. I backed up with oncoming traffic behind me and swerving the car to the shoulder to make the exit amid beeping and skidding, but I attained the exit with no damage. Just as I reached the Hutchinson River Parkway and got on it, I heard the siren. It was a highway patrol car coming after me. I figured he witnessed my crazy driving move. As I pulled over, I looked in the rearview mirror. The policeman that was getting out of the patrol car was the scariest one I had ever seen. Never mind the boots and the hat and the sunglasses. He just looked completely mean. I looked down my lap and said out loud, "Dear God, I'd rather be anywhere but here." I went into my pocketbook to get my license, and when I looked up, my car and I were sitting on the side of the entrance of the Throg's Neck Bridge, well beyond the Hutchinson River Parkway, which I hadn't driven yet. The 25-cent toll was still on the tray in my car. I had this funny feeling that I was frozen, and I did feel stiff, so I flexed my wrists, rubbed my eyes, and looked again. I was still on the entrance to the bridge, a good 20 miles beyond the Hutchinson River Parkway. In order for this to happen, my car and I would have had to have been lifted in the air and placed back down 20 miles up the road. After sitting for about 20 minutes in shock, I put the car in gear and drove over the bridge. Just beyond the bridge was my neighborhood. I always wondered what the cop saw. Did he see me vanish? Did it just unhappen for him? I'll just never know. Oh, that was the last one. I didn't know it was coming up so fast. Isn't that crazy? Oh. That one with the house one was fucking terrifying. I can't remember which YouTuber did a story about there's a bunch of Craigslist rentals gone wrong or something like that. That was a scary one too. Helltown did? Wow. Hey babe, gotta go, babe. Back to work, babe. Yeah, I'm wrapping it up here anyway, honey. My husband, everyone. Hello, hello. Well, I might be wrapping it up. I don't know if anybody wants more. We might have to venture into the comedy realm. Yeah. I don't know if anyone will want to stay for that or not, but yeah. I have a couple things set aside here, as per usual. Let me see here. Oh, these should be funny. 41 fails. They're so wrong, they're right. Oh no. What, babe? We're making fun of if you guys ever watch The Office and Michael is like living with Jan and they're in a huge fight and they keep saying babe to each other and it's super annoying. I don't know if anybody does that with their boyfriend, girlfriend, or their husband or wife. If you don't know, it's really annoying when people do that. So please stop. What do you do from home, Cats? You don't have to tell me on here. You can like message me and tell me, but I'm curious to know. I'm always looking for I don't know. I'm one of those people that do 10 different things. So I'm always curious what everybody does. I'm going to check this out first before I just share it with you guys. Lessons learned the hard way. I'm just going to scroll down and see. Okay, I'm going to share this one with you guys because it's funny right off the bat. All right, here we go. Christmas fails. Hopefully I didn't accidentally just press the stop broadcast button there. Okay, I didn't. Hey, Trix. My dog wants to go outside really bad. However, if I let her outside, she's just going to bark at the construction workers that are working on all of the houses out here. And they are everywhere. Let me see here. I have to put my phone on my other channel's chat so I can see the chat. Hang on a second. That way I can see what's happening. Or I can read your comments while I read this, and then it's not distracting. Hopefully not. Hang on a second. That way I can see what's happening. Or I can read. Okay, yeah, awesome. Right now, I am translating porn video descriptions. Huh. All right. Here we are, a lovely Christmas. Everybody get in for the photo. I would still send that out to everybody because that's hilarious. That's awesome. And need a gift idea. Crisis averted. Heinz ketchup to the rescue. You're welcome. Let me just make sure I turn this off there. There we go. And moving on. What's this one? Noel's country cousin has come to town. Noel, Noel, Noel. Born as the king of Israel. Wow. Oh no. Did I not press this? Is it not moving anywhere? Okay, there we go. Some of these didn't show up, but it says here our 4-year-old shatterproof does not exist. It must have skipped some of the images, but oh. It's magic, you know. Perhaps it's one of those upside down trees. Happy holidays. Try not to lose your head over the holidays. I don't know why that's supposed to be so funny. Breakfast with Satan, Saturday, December 14th. I wonder if he likes waffles, it says above it. Oh my God. The walking deer. Oh, the one looks like a oh God, yeah, it looks like it's been decomposing for a while. Ooh, they all do. Yikes. There's a new reindeer in town. Blitzen, Donner, Prancer, Comet, Rudolph. Something, something. Share. Oh. You had one job. No way. Those are just line. Oh no, is that a set? Wow. These aren't that funny. I thought they would be. Oh wow. Here comes Santa Claus. Wow. Wow. Is there a lag? Bye, Adam. Bye. Let me see. Squeak. Yikes. That's terrifying. Say hello to the world's weirdest playlist. Boney M. Mary's Boy Child. The cover is terrifying. The extra letter comes later. We gifting outside of the box. Bullshit. All right. Hold up for just a minute. Help. Hep C. Ugh. Half the stuff from the 70s all looks like a porn cover. Hark the Herald Ted Nugent sings. Cat Scratch Fever. Like, it's perfect. I want to buy an album like that. It's beginning to look a lot like people are really excited for Christmas. Really, really excited. Holiday pooper. They meant poppers, but whatever. When they say half off, they mean it. I mean, it looks like something stuck to it. Christmas comes together. Schindler's List. Oh my God. Bad Santa. Press here. Hey. Happy holidays indeed. Is that supposed to be his arm? Me too. Love to hear Ted Nugent do a Christmas song. That's one way to say it. Season's greetings. Wow. I'm going to go over to here. 20 terrible Christmas fails. Let's see what they got for us. First, they have you wanting to sign up for a newsletter that you can't seem to get out of. Oh, no, thanks. Don't bother me. Oh no, it's a gallery. Oh no. 3D trees. I mean, it looks like they did it. Oh no. The goal, snowman door. What did they use? They didn't use enough cups or something. I don't know what they did there. Sabotaging your cleaning efforts. Yes. The goal, peppermint tray. The result, it didn't melt enough, but it's still can taste, so no big whoop. I'm seeing a lag on the screen too. Like, why is it not? Let me see. There we go. Now we're on the same thing. The goal, painted ornament. The result, they're not that bad. I've seen worse ornaments than that. The goal, thumbprint cookie. The result, I don't know. I'd still eat them. I've made stuff here that looks like a monster died on the pan, and my husband still eats it, and he's like, "That's good." The goal, ice marbles. The result, blood everywhere. Wow. Cute and cuddly. The result, yeah, that seems more likely. That's what that little tiny elf deserves anyway. The goal, bountiful fruit. The result, it's not that bad. Honestly, by this fruit's going to be brown anyway. The goal is a happy merry sign. And the next one is, oh. It's just upside down, but that's funny. Oh my God. Santa's reindeer. Aw, those are awesome. This one right here, I don't know if it's going to let me show you what I'm pointing on, but looks like they were all crying as they were in the oven. Has anybody ever made a gingerbread house? We've always just ate the snacks in the gingerbread house kit and never actually made the gingerbread house. That's not that bad. These aren't funny. Oh, these should be funny. Tiny little penguins. I mean, why? I like to make Christmas cookies, but you know when you make those really beautiful ones and then someone picks one up and they take one bite of it and set it down? You know how much time it took to make the fucking Christmas cookies look like that? It's just too much work. I'm not down for it. Oh, Yikes. Oh, God, this is going to be so funny. Yes. Yes. Ornament mobile. Yeah, that's going to be a disaster. Just saying. That's how they're all going to end up in a big mangled mess. The goal, tree meringues. Okay, those are a pain in the ass. Yeah, thank you very much. It looks like someone threw up inside of that ornament. Ninja gingerbread men. The ads on this website are just beautiful. The top gingerbread men murdered the bottom set. And I don't know what this. It looks like they used chocolate Cheerios on there. I don't know. These aren't even that funny. I need to find something funny. You guys can go along with me on our journey. Hilarious Christmas fails that will boost your confidence. We'll be the judges of that. People are the real horror story. You got that right. I mean, is that hilarious? It fell over. That probably cost a fortune to fix that damn thing. That's not funny. That's sad. Breakfast Satan copiers. Oh no. List. Oh no. Michael Strahan's. Okay. That was an ad. Sorry. All I want for Christmas is a divorce. Wow. That sucks. Dear Santa, how are you? I'm good. Here's what I want for Christmas. A super long, well written out link to a description of his toy. Okay. Somebody wanted crystal panties hanging in their town square. Oh, we've looked at those before. Giant turd tree. Not really sure what the goal was there. Believe in murder, apparently. Santar. Yes. I would buy that. I would buy that Santa. For sure. I would buy it and proudly display it in multiple of them just to see if anybody looks at my tree to notice that I have a Santar on there. Michael, husband, if you're listening, I want you to buy me this ornament. Eyeliner commercial. What's so funny about this one? It says reindeer Christmas chocolate. Sure. Reindeer. Oh, they're rabbits. Lint. A Christmas tree plunger. Sounded like a good idea. Turd tree. Mary Turd tree. What's that? Oh, right in front of the security cameras. That's just fucking brilliant right there. Somebody casually just figured out how to get away with some shit at Christmas time. Wow. Oh. Santa, please stop here. Okay. From ad. Finally a Christmas card for that subset of sons named Dad. Now if we could only Okay. Yep. Hilarious. Wrong. You know what? I don't really know where these people gauge hilarious. Like, where are they getting their gauge for hilarious? Just awful. 50 Christmas epic fails. I'm going to go 5 in, and if they suck, we're just going to end it. That's how disappointing these are. We went into Spencer's Gifts last night and saw like the most Christmas sweaters I've ever seen in one location ever. My husband bought, oh, I can't say, like, well, his husband his husband. My husband's boss. My husband got his boss something last night, so I won't say what it is in case his boss listens to my streams, which I highly, highly doubt. But just in case I won't. So we went across the hallway to Spencer's and saw various Christmas sweaters, and I should have vlogged it. But the whole thing was that this young guy was following us all around the store, followed us out of the store, which I thought he was security maybe, but he wasn't dressed like security and he didn't even have a winter coat on. And he was like following us all around the mall. Like some younger guy. I don't even understand. What the heck? Okay, I had it on USF. Oh! Wow. I think we might have seen this before, but hey. When Grandma does the Christmas decorations, what's on Grandma's mind? Tits now. I think we saw this already. Bell-shaped bells. Did we already look at this before? Santa, I've been a good girl. Please stop. Oh my God, that's so gross. Jump for joy. Wow. Didn't think that one through. My grandma's new candle holders. Don't say anything to your grandma and just let it happen. Just let those candle holders happen. It's entertaining for everyone. My grandma probably presented her Christmas cookies that look like a candle. Yeah, that's what they look like, is a candle. Uh-huh. Why is it oozing something? I bought this cup for my wife expecting it to change from a black cup to a Christmas scene. Here's what happened. This Christmas decoration got pulled from the stores because of its unintentional perversion. Yeah, unintentional, my ass. Christmas lights. I love the candles of the season. So festive. New sculpture erected in Paris. It's a Christmas tree. Looks like all the butt plugs we saw at Spencer's last night. Oh my God. Christmas decorations are a little different in Virginia Beach during the daytime. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas. Here's your chocolate penis. Awesome. Yeah, I don't want those Christmas lights on your tree. 10 puckering lights. I want those on my tree. That's hilarious. Drawing hands on the McDonald's mittens can result in an entirely different meaning. Warmest greetings. Oh, yeah. Chicka, chicka, bow, down, down. From McDonald's. No thanks, Santa. I don't need any syrup on my pancakes. Wow. Do people look at these before they just start printing them off? Mall Christmas tree. That's the giant turd one. Beautiful. I sat there staring, wondering why my religious mother-in-law had a severed toe Christmas tree ornament upon closer inspection. Accidentally sent my son to school with his newly bought ugly Christmas sweater. Didn't realize what Santa was doing until his kindergarten teacher pointed it out when I picked him up after school. Oh, wow. Why would they make that child size? If you guys didn't see. Santa's decorating the snow creatively. When my aunt couldn't understand why everyone was laughing at her ceramic Santa. That's a good 45 minutes of straight laughing right there. Christmas tree fail? No. Epic win. It was brilliant. How did you get those lights on that palm tree anyway? How did they stay? That's what I want to know. My mom saw nothing weird about this Christmas decoration. I beg to differ. Oh my God. What is this? Oh. Ew. Cats. There's another one of your covers that you wanted to redo. We lost a bunch of people on the live stream. That's okay. The people that love us are still here. Santa's beard grows with the souls of children. Oh, Jesus. Ah. LuLaRoe strikes again with the random placement of Santa's hands. Yeah. Everything's okay in here. Christmas ornament. We already saw that one. Palm trees. Rudolph's nose was not the only thing that turned red that year. Oh my God. Not sure. Okay, that's murder scene. Santar. These 4 ornaments. There's probably a 4th one hidden in there somewhere. Oh my God. Yikes. Who does I turn this on? Oh, wow. What is it supposed to even be? I mean, your intention has to be make giant wieners on the side of the building. Reindeer, we already saw that. This 12 Days of Christmas Seek and Find book for children. Fitting room. Creepy dude looking in the fitting room. What? Oh my God, don't even get me started. Because sometimes Christmas can be shitty. Yeah, we already saw that. Bangkok's new Christmas decorations. Oh my God. Christmas candle that my mom put out. Oh my God. What did Santa did what? Santa hat. Plush Santa hat. Toddler. Huh? I'm lost. Oh, Santa shat. Now I got it. Okay. I need answers, Reese's. Okay. Don't open till Christmas. Oh. Don't open till Christmas? Yeah, don't open ever. Oh. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh. Merry Christmas. Another wiener fail. What all you want for Christmas is a safe word. I'm going to let that linger on the screen for a minute. I'm going to let it linger. The safe word is pineapple. This Christmas bag from the side. Yoo-hoo! Fireworks is right. This Santa plush's eyelashes are misplaced. Maybe they're not. Santa's been up for a while. No, the last one here. Walmart is taking the war on Christmas to the next level. Those are awesome. Why do I feel like that might be accidentally loaded with something, though? And thus, when the lights heat them up, then they explode and make a disaster scene at your house. All right, everybody. I want to thank everyone for coming to this live stream. My full intention is to make a serial killer Saturday for this Saturday. But I don't want to promise that for you and then something go horribly wrong and then I can't make it happen. Wow. So this went right back to the beginning here. Awesome. At least I can say that. So we're going to, why is it always pineapple though? It could be applesauce. The safe word is applesauce. Applesauce. I'm going to stop sharing that now. That might make more sense to do that. All right. We have 7 people left with us. If you just joined us, we did 100 movie quotes in the beginning. And in the middle, we did time travel. And then we wrapped it up with ridiculous Christmas nonsense at the end. And I didn't trail off that much. So my full intention is to get you a serial killer Saturday. My first intention is to get my Patreon patrons some damn content because they pay for it. So they have to take priority first because that's only fair. I know life's not fair, but yeah, they deserve it. And then my full intention is to get you a serial killer Saturday. So I even have a serial killer set aside. I also wanted to give you an update. If you remember when I first started the Serial Killer Saturday series, I did one on Robert Huff, who was known as the Phantom Killer, who wrote, he's probably, as most of them are, mentally ill. It's not an excuse. It just means that they should have been out of society already because it was quite obvious that they had something going on. Anyway, he was one of the first ones I did because he was released because they felt like he was old and couldn't hurt anyone, and he's now back in jail because he had an 8-year-old girl in his apartment. And then there was some psychopath. Someone actually in the comments for that video alerted me to it. And then there was someone else that came back and was like saying, oh, it was somebody else's kid and he wasn't the one that had it. But he is back in jail. So reiterating the point of, yeah, do not let people out who have committed murder and pedophilia. So yeah, just thought you guys might want to know that. Safe word would be shorter, like but, or yeah. I would think the safe word would be stop, but what do I know? Yeah, keep them locked up. But anywho, I want to thank you all for coming, and I plan on getting a serial killer Saturday to you this Saturday. And Patreon patrons, look for something either later today or in the morning, depending on how this day works out. And I don't want to guarantee anybody today because I don't feel like that's fair or right to try and guarantee you anything. So also, if you are just tuning in or still here, always check my community tab. Now that I have a community tab, I try to update you guys from there, and we'll continue to do so. So on that note, I'm going to say thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys so much. With many of you sent me very kind messages of concern for my family's situation, and some of you know exactly what that is, and I just can't publicly share it on here because it's not just my story to tell. So things are calming down, and each day is we don't know how things are going to go each day, but they seem to be going better. And knock on wood, today is a new day, and we get today. So that's how most people should be living their lives, that way, and realizing you just get today. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for coming. I hope I entertained you a little bit. Hope to bring you something this Saturday, and Patreon patrons, look for something either today or tomorrow. And I want to say thank you for coming, and I will talk to you guys soon. And on that note, I want to say bye, bye, bye.